This is an introduction to functions. The goal is to define the terms function, relation, and domain and range. Now we're going to use a metaphor of a cookout. So at our cookout, what are we going to serve? We're going to serve a burger meal, a hot dog meal, or a veggie meal. And each meal includes a drink and an ice cream for dessert. Now, who are we serving? Here's our class: Dan, John, Rachel, Carol, Buzz, Norma, and Ted. Those are the people who are in the class. Those are the folks who are coming to the picnic. So let's take a look at the sets. Set C, the set of classmates, is Dan, John, Rachel, Carol, Buzz, Norma, Ted. Set F, the set of foods, is the burger, the hot dog, and the veggies, the three different types of meals. Now, here are the orders that people put in. Dan ordered a burger, John ordered a veggie meal, Rachel ordered a hot dog, Carol ordered a burger, Buzz got a hot dog, Norma got a veggie burger, and Ted got a burger. So let's see what happened at the cookout. Dan came to the cookout and he said to the chef, "Hi, I'm Dan." There's the input. And the chef said, "Okay, you get a burger meal." There's the output. John said, "My name's John." That's the input. The chef said, "You've got a veggie meal." Rachel asked for a hot dog. Carol asked for a burger. Buzz asked for a hot dog. Norma asked for a veggie meal. And Ted asked for a burger. Now, let's take the moment to give you an informal definition for a function. A function is a rule that pairs up each member of an input set with at most one member of the output set. Now let's see how our picnic is a function. Here's our input set. The input set are the names of the students. The output set are the three different types of meals that the students could get. And the function is the rule that maps each student to the meal that they get. And what you see before you is what's called a mapping diagram, because it shows exactly how the input set is mapped to the output set. Now in this example, the input set, as it is in every function, is called the domain. And the domain is the set of all valid inputs. Now by valid input, in this case we mean the list of students who were invited to and ordered food at this picnic. Other students who are not on the list are not valid inputs, and that's okay, they're just not in the domain. So once again, the domain is the set of all inputs. The range is the set of outputs. In this case, the range is burger meal, veggie meal, hot dog meal. That's set. Now, again, informally, a function is a rule that pairs up each member of an input set with at most one member of the output set. A function, and here's a formal definition, maps the members of one set to the members of another set so that every member of the domain, the input set, maps to at most one member of the range, the output set. The domain is the set of valid inputs, and the range is the set of valid outputs. Now we're going to have a teacher's cookout. So there are the teachers: Mr. S, Mrs. K, Mrs. M, Mr. Sreb, Ms. C, Mrs. B, Ruti, and Mr. W. So, Mr. S ordered a veggie meal. Mrs. K ordered a burger. Mrs. M ordered a hot dog. But Mr. Sreb was feeling a little bit hungry that day. So instead of just ordering one meal, Mr. Srebnick ordered two meals. And because Mr. Srebnick now has two outputs, a burger and a hot dog, that means that this is no longer a function, because the input, Mr. Srebnick, has two outputs. This is not a function, but it is a relation. A relation is a rule that maps the members of one set to the members of another set. How is the teacher picnic a relation but not a function? Well, it relates or maps the set of teachers to the set of meals, but some input, namely Mr. Sreb's input, has more than one output. So therefore it's not a function, but it is a relation. So just to review, a relation maps members of the input set to members of the output set. A function is a special kind of relation where each valid input is paired with one and only one output. The domain are the inputs, range are the outputs. Now let's take a peek at function notation. Here's a table that represents our function. Again, the names are the inputs, the meal is the output. Now, we can say that we are going to define the what's my food function, and we're going to call it WMF for what's my food. And to say the WMF function has name as input and food as output, we write the following. WMF of n equals his or her meal. Again, we pronounce this WMF of n equals the meal. Now, here's how we might write certain concepts. So WMF of Dan equals burger, because if the input is Dan, the output, according to this table, is burger. WMF John equals veggie. What's my food of John equals veggie meal. John got a veggie meal. WMF of Rachel. What's my food of Rachel? Got a hot dog. WMF of Carol. Well, Carol got a burger. WMF of Buzz. Buzz got a hot dog, and so on. We can also write certain things to ask certain questions. So for instance, we could say find y if WMF of Dan equals y. In this case, what is WMF of Dan? That's a burger. So y equals the burger. Secondly, we can say find n if WMF of n equals a hot dog. Well, let's look. N could be Rachel, because Rachel got a hot dog. N could be Buzz, because Buzz got a hot dog. So if we were asked to find n if WMF of n equals hot dog, that could be either Rachel or Buzz.